Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Customs Duty, brought to you by the Nigeria Customs Service. On our package this week, Comptroller General of Customs Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR commits to partnering with AFTA for stronger intra-African trade, comments AFTA Secretariat's positive role in mobilizing Africa custom and economic operators. Also, Nigeria Customs Service, Ghana Customs deepen partnership to combat illicit trade, underscores significance of intelligence sharing, harmonized border procedures. We'll also bring to you other reports in the course of the program. Thank you for joining us. I am Hafsat Orime Ibrahim. Please sit back, enjoy, and stay informed. We will be right back.
The commitment of Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR to collaboration has met readiness for strengthened synergy as the Comptroller General of Customs visits the Commissioner General of the Customs Division of Ghana Revenue Authority (GRA), Brigadier General Glover Annan, at the authority's headquarters in Accra, Ghana.
Your visit today also reflects the strong and enduring bond between Ghana and Nigeria. Our nations are united by history, culture, and also a shared vision for a prosperous West Africa. The Nigeria Customs Service continues to inspire us with a lot of innovations and capacity and strategic role in Africa, in Africa's largest economy. We in Ghana, we also draw a lot of lessons from your best practices in trade facilitation, revenue mobilization, and border security.
General Glover Annan highlights some areas that collaboration with the Nigeria Customs Service must be strengthened.
We must strengthen intelligence sharing and then also enhance joint operations against transnational crimes. We must also harmonize customs procedures to support the African continental free trade area and then deepen capacity building initiatives that empower our officers to serve with integrity and excellence.
Having been well received, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, states the reason for the visit.
The purpose of my visits is to give meaning to the expression, charity begins at home. I have come to see them at the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade area, but we felt that before we go there, it's important that I touch base with home, let you know that I'm in here, and seek your support for the mission itself. The mission is for us to see how better customs can play its role as the major promoter of the African continental free trade. We want to increase the volume of trade that we do within Africa. We want trade to be a source of economic growth and prosperity for the people of Africa. We have a very big market. We have the potentials to do it, and it's reputed to be the largest, continental bloc, and we really need to give meaning to this.
Bashir Adeniyi notes that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu endorses what the Nigeria Customs Service is doing to trade, in terms of the support that it requires. He uses the medium to seek the support of the Commissioner for the forthcoming Customs Pact Conference. The Comptroller General of Customs reiterates the need for a more strengthened collaboration between the Nigeria Customs Service and Customs Division of Ghana Revenue Authority.
The more we work together, the more we work more closely, exchange intelligence, build our capacity, the more we'll be able to forge a stronger bulwark against this.
Indeed, just as the visit seeks to fortify the fight against illicit trade while promoting seamless trade facilitation and regional economic integration under the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFTA, it also aims to enhance trade modernization across the sub-region. Demonstrating his resolve to sustain his collaborative posture both at national, international, and global levels, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR, has led a delegation to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, AFTA, Secretariat in Accra, Ghana, where he has carried out consultations with the objective of advancing the cause of increasing intra-African trade. aimed at using trade to bring economic prosperity to the African people and for the economic development of the African continent. He uses the medium to appreciate the Secretary General, AFTA, and his team for the assistance they have been giving customs for the Customs Pact initiative.
The Customs Pact simply stands for Partnership for Cooperation in African Trade. This is initiative which has been put together to bring all heads of customs in Africa under one roof with the economic operators, the regulators, and other partners to see what we can do, address the challenges levitating against African trade and march forwards. We also want to appreciate the fact that the Secretariat has been very, very helpful in mobilizing these partners, the African customs, economic operators. We've had a concept note circulated from the Secretariat. We've had a series of engagements or meetings, and we now have something, a clear direction in which we want to go during the meeting in Abuja.
He discloses that his discussion with the Secretary General has also focused on the need for customs to take the front role in addressing the issues of deficiencies in Africa's trade data, noting his stance on addressing the challenge.
This is a challenge that I have accepted to play working with other colleagues. And secondly, the existing structure which the Secretariat has created, bringing together all heads of customs administration, also needed to be strengthened so that once we institutionalize Customs Pact, we will be able to situate it and let it operate within the existing structure which the Secretariat has created.
In terms of what the Nigeria Customs Service is doing to continuously encourage exports, Bashir Adeni submits.
Most of the people who are doing this export business in Nigeria are small-scale enterprises, they are. And what we have tried to do in the customs is to make sure that we bring them closer to ourselves. We have specialized programs for them. When we started the Authorized Economic Operator Program, we make sure that we admitted quite a number of them because AEO is about managing compliance. And we want to say that as the companies are still very, very small, we want them to really, really imbibe the spirit of compliance so that when they scale up, it will be easier for us to manage their bigger volume. So they are doing well. Two of our pilot economic operator AEO beneficiaries are these exporters. One of them, a woman who does bags and then exports them to some other African countries, and another one that deals with hibiscus flower and then send them to Southern Africa and some other places. So we are very intentional in ensuring that we get these people closer to us, work with them so that they can take maximum benefit from intra-African trade.
In his remarks, while commending the Nigeria Customs Service for its leadership in driving continental customs cooperation, the Secretary General, AFTA, Wamkele Mene, accentuates the significance of Customs Pact initiative and the success of AFTA.
The implementation of the AFCFTA is not for ministers of trade, for the Secretariat, for the private sector, individually and alone. It is a collective responsibility for all of us, including the private sector, and that's why this the pact is important, and that's why this partnership is very, very important. And so we look forward to a substantively meaningful dialogue that will be sustainable, that will find solutions to the challenges that we will be experiencing as we implement the agreement, because we know there will be challenges.
Mene notes that the Assembly of African Heads of State has directed that all relevant stakeholders work together to see to the success of the Continental Agreement. The Secretary General AFTA emphasizes the significance of data collection.
Data gathering, statistics gathering will enable us to know with a high degree of certainty what is the true percentage of intra-Africa trade, and what other measures do we still have to take to improve intra-Africa trade? Is intra-Africa trade constrained by the lack of an interoperable continental payment system? We don't know that for a fact. It's only conjecture that we express. What is the contribution of the services sector vis-a-vis trade in goods? All of that data is absolutely critical as we implement the AFCFTA, and it will require that we work with customs authorities.
Wamkele views 2024 statistics indicating Africa as the #1 export destination for Nigeria, and the recording of $220 billion amount for intra-African trade as at 2023 as encouraging and pointing to the right direction. It is indeed no longer breaking news that the Tinkan Island Port Area Command has given a facelift to Christ Assembly Nursery and Primary School, Ajegunle, Lagos, as part of the command's corporate social responsibility tagged Customs Cares. 3 months down the line, Customs Area Controller of the command, Comptroller Frank Onyeka, goes on an inspection visit where he commends the school management for preserving the facilities and even adding value to them after the command's intervention.
With what I've seen, it's most encouraging. You know why? In our environment, people tend to take things for granted. But here, the narrative is not like that. I came here, I met the toilet, the way we reconstructed and left, and more importantly, the ICT room. We provided them with laptops, right? We only provided them with cover for the laptops, but the head teacher went ahead to provide cover for the laptops. For me, that was most instructive. I'm coming to the sick bay. Sick bay is as clean. In fact, I had to ask them, are you sure you're making use of this place? I said, students come there, pupils come there to rest when there's need for it. Come to the library. You could see I was trying to see how dusty it was. It wasn't dusty. The place is well kept.
Comptroller Onyeka reaffirms his commitment to sustaining such community-driven projects as guided by the policy thrust of Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adini, MFR.
I'm going to do more as far as somewhere this school is concerned, because there's one thing for you to give to people. It's another thing for the person to appreciate and encourage you. Most people will not appreciate. Most people will not care since it's not their money, since it's government, right? I'm going to tell this to the CGC. I know he's going to watch this live. I'm going to personally meet him because it's part of this process.
For Esther Ogunfui, the head teacher of the school, the intervention by the command continues to impact positively.
But the learning activities have changed because formerly the learning atmosphere is not so conducive. But now the children, they sit well in the class, they don't push each other, no fighting on their seats. So even when you pass through their classes, when you are walking, everywhere is quiet. They enjoy learning more than before.
Most children outside this school call it like a private school because they change everything. For example, our playing ground before, our playing ground is only one seesaw and this swing is bad. But now, they have made it a new one. Another one, our toilet. Before, everywhere was just messed up. Maggot was there and the thing was dirty. You cannot even use the toilet again. But now, because Nigeria Customs Services assess 3 new toilets that we in this class assembly can use.
On his part, the Education Secretary of Ajeromi Ifilodun Local Government Education Authority, Remy Williams, such a visit by the Customs Area Controller is both desirable and commendable.
They came around, it shows they know what they are doing, they know their onion. I would like to appreciate them. Even ourselves as a body, as an LGA, we always come around to see to the affairs of the school, to know whether or not what they did is functioning. But it shows that they did a marvelously and great job. And with this, we need to appreciate the customs for what they've done. And in as much as they are here, and we've tried as much as possible to bring in new teachers to help the pupils. The population is reducing drastically. You see pupils leaving their schools, transferring themselves down to this school because of the facilities that they have here in this school. Most especially the playground, the ICT at my back, even the school, even the environment, everything.
Meanwhile, as part of his community engagement efforts, Comptroller Onyeka also pays a courtesy visit on the Olu of Iwa and Apapa Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Oba Muruf Oyekunle, to pay homage and seek further royal blessings. In what can simply be described as acting in accordance with the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi's policy thrust, the Customs Comptroller, Federal Operations Unit Zone B, Comptroller Aminu Sule, has carried out a working visit of Sokoto and Kebbi states, which form part of his unit's area of operation. While in Sokoto and at the Sokoto Zamfara Area Command, the Customs Comptroller and members of his delegation are received by the Customs Area Controller, Sokoto Zamfara Area Command, Comptroller Aliyu Ndayaku.
The purpose of this visit is today is a straightforward visit, just to acquaint ourselves with the happenings around. And then, with the way we see it, it has told us everything that we want to know. Our officers here are always feel at home with the way and manner you treat them. Because whenever they have issues, they run to you. This particular visit is to straighten that collaboration that has been there for a long time. And to show you that we are fully behind you in whatever decision you take in running the affairs of this particular command.
Comptroller Aminu Sule acknowledges the existing synergy between officers of Sokoto Zamfara Area Command and those of his unit.
The activities going on actually align with the CGC 3 cardinal principles: consolidation, collaboration, and innovation. That collaboration has shown us that there is synergy between your officers and our own, which is we all have a mandate, and that mandate is processed towards achieving one goal, which all of us are facing. And that one goal, just we can divide it into two to make sure that our economy is protected, and our security, our borders are fully secured. And sir, with your cooperation, we have seen it done.
Responding, Comptroller Ndayaku maintains that collaboration is an obligation, just as he commends the conduct of Federal Operations Unit Zone B officers in that axis.
I think this has emphasized very strongly this synergy between all the other sources of custom and, of course, all the other non-custom agencies. And that is why he has always advised us, admonished us to carry out visits to these people on assumption of duty everywhere we go. And that we are doing. The officers we have around here are the level-headed officers. They are respectful. I've interacted with quite a number of them. I find them very respectful, very disciplined officers.
Comptroller Aminu Sule's visit to Kebbi State sees him visit the Kebbi Area Command, where he has been warmly received by the Area Controller, Comptroller Ibrahim Mahmoud Mutawali. In Kebbi also, Comptroller Sule has paid courtesy calls to His Royal Highness, the Emir of Gwandu, Major General Mohammed Ilyasu Bashar, retired, CFR MNI, who is also the Chairman Kebbi State Council of Chiefs, and His Royal Highness, the Emir of Argungu, Alhaji Sumaila Mohammed Mira, CON. The Royal Fathers have both commended the Nigeria Customs Service for its vital role in promoting trade and protecting the national economy. They have also pledged their continued support in sensitizing their communities against smuggling and other forms of economic sabotage, emphasizing that a strong partnership with customs is fundamental to achieving stability and development in the region. Still in Kebbi, the Customs Comptroller has also carried out a number of stakeholders' engagement with customs officials, local business leaders, and community representatives, with a view to developing and implementing strategies to improve revenue collection, enhance interagency cooperation, and streamlined trade facilitation processes. With consistency, doggedness, and selflessness in service to the nation, the Port Harcourt Area 1 Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has continued to record successes in revenue generation growth, Comptroller Salamatu Atuluku reveals.
For the month of October 2025, the Port Harcourt Area 1 Command collected a significant total revenue of 33.753 billion naira, as at against 9,079 billion naira collected in the corresponding month of October 2024. This is the highest revenue collection in the history of the command and represents an extraordinary increase of about 272%, a record that will stand as a testament to our collective commitment and improve efficiency of our operational process. Equally impressive in the command cumulative revenue for the period of January to October 2025, which stand at 247.461 billion naira compared to 164.080 billion naira collected within the same period in 2024.
The Customs Area Controller discloses that by the end of October 2025, her command has already surpassed its annual revenue targets for 2025 with over 31 billion naira. She notes some factors that have contributed to this milestone.
This achievement is not accidental. It is the result of strategic leadership, renewed operational discipline, and unwavering dedication of officers and men under my watch. One of the innovative tools that has greatly enhanced our revenue performance is Unified Custom Management System, popularly known as Bodogu, a digital analytics and monitoring platform designed to track analysis and optimize revenue collection process. Through Bodogu, we have been able to identify bottlenecks, improve data accuracy, and ensure real-time revenue accountability. This innovation has greatly supported our drive towards operational transparency and efficiency.
Comptroller Atuluku says her command does not pay lip service to collaboration.
We have strengthened collaboration with stakeholders, including sister government agencies, to ensure that all processes are conducted with mutual respect, accountability, and understanding. Our partnership with stakeholders continue to yield positive results in enhancing transparency, encouraging voluntary compliance, and reducing disputes at the ports.
Comptroller Salamatu Atuluku stresses that Port Harcourt Area 1 Command will continue to pursue excellence through enhanced intelligence-driven operations, continuous stakeholder engagement, and the full deployment of automation tools to strengthen compliance and trade facilitation, while also reinforcing anti-smuggling and enforcement measures so as to protect the nation's economy from harmful and prohibited imports.
We have come to the end of this week's episode of Customs Duty. For more information, you can always follow us on our social media handles now being displayed on your screen. You could also visit our website at www.customs.gov.ng for more updates about the service. Don't forget to shun smuggling and pay the correct duty. Let's endeavor to make Nigeria a more prosperous nation by striving to be compliant traders and patriotic citizens. See you same time next week. I still remain your anchor, Hafsat Orime Ibrahim. Thanks and bye-bye for now.